Hey, welcome back to Woodruff Woods and Happy New Year. So it's been a while since you've seen me. I did not give up on YouTube. Everyone's healthy, everyone's safe. Woodruff family is doing fine. However, my real job took a lot of my time. So I was traveling back and forth to Seattle, and even when I was here, I was working on Seattle time. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to shoot video. So anyway, I'm back to it today. I'm going to ring in the new year with cutting up some of this hard maple that I have behind me. A good friend of mine gave this to me. He took down a couple of trees. They were all hard maple or sugar maple, some people call them, and good firewood. Much better than the soft maple or silver red maple. And so I'm going to stretch the legs on the 592 this morning. Well, you may have noticed I touched the ground there and that saw dulled right up. So I don't have another chain for that here, but I do have the 572 with me, so I guess we'll be switching saws, but I gotta get some gas and oil in that. So I'll be right back. Alright, well, all gassed up. I've been warming up the saw and we're gonna get started again. I'll try to keep it out of the dirt this time. Yeah, I don't do that very often, but you know, I don't run that saw a lot, and that extra long bar, I think I just wasn't paying attention, and that's what you get. So, here we go. So you can see the difference between cutting with the 592 and 572. I mean, that 572 is quick, but nothing like the 592. And I do apologize, I'm getting over a cold, so I get out of breath real easy. And boy, I'll tell you what, everybody I know is sick, and a lot of COVID around, and you know, just flu and just the common cold. And usually I can press through, you know, I'm sick a couple of days, press right on through it, and I'm good to go. Well, this time it really had me kind of on the bed. Of course, it has rained here almost every day. I was off the entire week and I couldn't do anything. And for those of you that have watched the channel before, you know that last year I had a mud pit down here. So as you can see behind me, I've had some stone brought in. This is 3-inch stone, number 3 as they call it in my area. And I've been spreading this out, you know, kind of where I take the tractor, where I move totes around, even where I've been cutting a bit, getting some of that down. And then my plan is, in the spring, when this is all run in, taking some 2B or even 2RC, which is modified in most areas, 2-inch gravel, and put over the top of it, and it should make some nice roads for me. Also, later in this month, January, I have some new equipment coming, so looking forward to showing you that. I also want to say thank you to Josh out there at Brew Force for sending me this sweatshirt. He knows I really love his products, and I try to, you know, get the word out that these are a product that can compete with anything that's out there on the market, and they make a really solid machine. So I don't have that down here with me today. Frankly, it's so wet, I didn't want to take the tractor to the woodshed to pull it up here. I figured I would leave some damage that I'd have to repair later. But I think what I'm going to do is get the top handle saw out, mark out some more logs, keep cutting on that. I won't bore you with that. I also want to show you some video I took when I was out in Seattle. I had the opportunity to hike Mount Rainier, and went up to the termination of the largest glacier up there. I'd never been that close to a glacier, and I'll just show that video here at the end. I have another load of logs coming, actually I think 2. I just can't keep up with bundles. This year, in November, I did I believe it was almost 800 bundles in November. Now, some of that leaked into December, obviously, because the stores are still selling them. An amazing amount of bundles this year. And frankly, if it's going to continue at this pace, I've got to do something different, whether that is saying no to some customers, or I'm going to have to increase my production somehow. Possibly hiring someone to help me, possibly looking at different machinery. A lot of that's going to go in my woodshed. I like hard maple. I like to mix it in with oak and hickory. It gives a nice blend. And I'll tell you what, this hard maple's heavy stuff. If anybody's ever messed with it, it's not like soft maple. You don't just pick a big piece up and throw it around. This stuff weighs up. Honestly, it's I'll have to look it up, but I have to believe it's pretty close to the weight of oak. But I'll check that out. Maybe I'll stick it right here in the video. So as you can see behind me, we got most of that cut up. And I got 2 really big ones and one that's just kind of buried in there that's just going to be hard to cut. So I'll wait until I have the grapple on the tractor where I can lift them up out of there, just make life easier. I'm going to grab some video that I took out at the Paul Bunyan show. I'll stick that in here, and then I'll show you at the very end my trip to Mount Rainier. So Happy New Year, everyone. Glad to be back on YouTube. I missed the conversation with everyone, and hope to be back on a regular basis, video or 2 a week. And I appreciate everyone who reached out to me. I couldn't believe how this community reacted, worrying that something was wrong. And that makes me feel good. I know you're all a really good bunch of people. So anyway, that's all for Woodruff Woods. We'll catch you on the next one. Hey, we're here with Adam from Hometown Acres, and we are officially the Pennsylvania Clay Boys. We have battled our ponds, and I think yours is now holding water, as is mine.
Mine, yeah. We fixed it about 3 months ago, and it appears as though it's holding water. Still no way to tell until it's absolutely full and stays that way, but yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I actually dug it in a clay area, and the one side didn't get enough clay on it, and that's the side that started to leak. So we spent a day like with 30 dump trailer loads of clay to put on the other side.
Yeah.
And that seemed to...
How big of a pond?
I'm about 1/4 of an acre. I'm about half the size of yours. So
how long have you been fighting with it?
I just built it in June, so it hasn't been that long.
Well, I got 2.5 years on you.
Yeah, well, you gave my wife the idea.
Yeah, build a leaky pond.
Build a leaky pond.
It'll be fun, they said.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, so we're here with James. So what have you seen here that we should definitely go see?
You know what? The coolest thing I've seen is just over there, and it's called the winch.
Okay.
It's a 73,000 pound tracked winch. From Canada, and so it's our Thanksgiving. So I managed to get out of town for the week. My wife went north, I went south. And
I was just going to tell you, if you're single, this isn't the place to find a chick. You know?
No, definitely not.
It's pretty much a guy party here. You know,
95% male.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, I know this guy.
It is him.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Mr. K&L. And Shifty.
And Bobby Six Guns.
And Bobby Six Guns. How about that? Hey, welcome back to Woodruff Woods. Hey, today I'm among the big timber. I'm in Rainier National Park. Mount Rainier is nearby here. We're going to take a walk out to a glacier. I'm going to check out some of the forest here, and I'm going to take you along. So stick around. So I have to talk a little bit loud because the camera's quite a ways away from me. Behind me you can see Mount Rainier. We are actually looking at a glacier here, and if you look very closely over my shoulder, you'll see the blue in the snow. That is light being trapped within the snow, and it reflects to our eyes as blue. It'll be interesting to me if the camera will actually pick that up, but I can tell you it almost looks like the blue of the sky in that glacier. Also behind me we have a river flowing, and you can see the erosion that occurs when this river is high. And it gives you an idea of during the spring when things are melting off the mountain just how much of a raging river that becomes. This is a really cool hike. Mount Rainier is definitely not disappointing. So we made it to the summit of this particular trail, and you can see behind me we're very close to the glacier. It is just a beautiful place. Unfortunately, YouTube does not convey the smell of this, but the smell here is like being at a Christmas tree farm, and it just smells really good. The air, you can tell, is very thin here, and it's, I'll just be quiet for a moment. There's literally no noise other than the noise of the forest.